Steinberg, of blessed memory, she spent thousands of hours in this historic sanctuary. We recall her devotion today to the countless services, meetings, meals, classes, and good deeds that she performed to benefit our community. One of her final endeavors was to engage Russell Joel Brown to perform for us as only he can. This is the day that God has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. But first, a quick word about our museum before we begin. The Augusta Jewish Museum, the beneficiary of our concert, stands upon 4 pillars. You ought to drive by and check it out sometime on Telfair Street between 5th and 6th. Those 4 pillars stand for the mission of that historic building today. Number 1, to recall those Jewish members of the CSRA that helped to make this the great community that it is. Number 2, to help teach Judaism to those who seek to know. Number 3, to teach the story of the Holocaust, the 6 million Jews who perished in World War II, the story of bigotry, racism, and intolerance, one that we vow never to forget and never again. And number 4, to teach about the land of Israel, its people, and its many contributions to society today. I believe the message of our museum is as relevant today as it has ever been. And for more information about any of this or to schedule a visit, please look for literature in our lobby or speak to one of our board members or check us out online, AugustaJewishMuseum.org. Please allow me to thank our sponsors, VIPs, and special guests. Special thanks to our concert committee for all the hard work that they've put into this. Allow me to thank all of you for supporting us and for coming today. Russell, I know you can hear me backstage. Susan was a big fan of yours, as we all are. But today we honor her memory. And I have a hunch that wherever she resides this afternoon, surely in her heavenly abode, I'll bet she's not far from here right now, smiling with pride as we persevere, as we continue to do the work that was so very important to her.
In closing, there is a rock song from the 2000s with a chorus that goes, quote, "Every new beginning starts from some other beginning's end," unquote. On December 24th, 1950, there was a new beginning. That beginning ended on July 2nd, 2023. And many new beginnings started from that end. Ron's beginning in Maryland, our families beginning with a new addition to our household, and the Augusta Jewish communities beginning doing all of the things that Susan used to do without her. Again, the family thanks AJS for honoring Susan with the dedication of this benefit concert to her memory, and may her memory be for a blessing.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Susan was truly a positive force that will be forever remembered. She set an audacious task as secretary for me to follow. I often share with my fellow board members that we must take actions today that will live for 100 years beyond us. Based upon the overwhelming success of this event tonight that has been a sellout, I will call a vote at our next board meeting to include a Susan Steinberg Scholarship and for this annual occasion to continue. Angela, do I have a quorum? Barry, we thank you for being here and showcasing the strength of the love for your sister Susan. Thank you for sharing her with us. If each of you present today did not get a moment to sign a memorial note card, please do so and place it in the box before leaving tonight. We donate these thoughts to you, Barry, so that you may share them with your family, especially your brother Ron. These notes reflect the community's feelings and impact of Susan's advocacy in Augusta. Hopefully, upon their reflection, you will be reminded of our love for Susan. A passage of the Talmud tells us that we see the world as a reflection of ourselves. I get this moment to stand in the gap between two entities being represented today that I truly believe give us permission to harness these positive reflections of this statement and make us all see the CSRA community and the world beyond as a much better place. Susan and Russell. Mr. Russell Joel Brown is not only a dynamic international performer and proponent for the arts, his lengthy civic engagement of mentoring youth shall ensure a lasting, measurable impact here in this community. His impeccable attention to excellence has been noticed by presidents, dignitaries, and earns him my dearest personal title of Uncle Russell. Folks, come on. Let's welcome to the stage for his final time here in Augusta, Georgia, before he goes back to New York, Russell Joel Brown.
If I were a rich man, yabba dibba 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 dum. All day long I'd bid it hum. If I were a wealthy man, oh, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yabba dibba 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 dum. If I were a bitty rich, yiddle diddle 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 dum. Thank you, Augusta. What is the meaning of rich anyway? For some, it's houses and lands. For others, it's gold and jewels. For me, it's simply love. Good afternoon. I'm Russell Joel Brown, and I'd like to welcome you to Velvet Voices Then and Now, my deeply personal celebration of the music of Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, Luther Vandross, and Gregory Porter. I'm joined today by my co-writer, Yolanda Lewis. Ms. Lewis, would you please stand? And please, greet this incredible trio, the Brownstown Gritty. Aren't they marvelous? One look and I yell timber. Watch out for flying glass. Oh, well, the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out. And it was then and I started to shout and hit. This is it, this is it. I was walking along, drinking in sunshine, when out of an orange-colored sky, flash, bam, alakazam, out of an orange-colored sky. Listen to the next two numbers. One you'll know very well, arranged by Luther Vandross. The other is a new favorite of mine by Gregory Porter. They both speak to the deep yearning we all have to find that one. Soft as an easy chair, as the morning air. One love that is shared by two.
First, I want to thank Russell for the wonderful concert, Velvet's Voices, Then and Now, that he has performed for today. How about another hand? And his wonderful band also. As he said before, this is his final concert before moving to New York. Russell will be returning to the theater to do productions on Broadway. He'll be back next year to do another one for us. I also appreciate Russell for doing this to honor the memory of our wonderful Susan Steinberg, and how proud she would be knowing on what's going today. Susan's always be sure that everything you did was a success, and as you can see, even from heaven, it is a success.